go to number 3, right?
Yeah,
and to me, I believe, let me know what you think. So I believe step 3 is to pay off your credit cards. So especially if those who have credit cards, I think the big misconception is as long as you pay your minimum balance, you're okay, right? Which is not true at all. Credit cards will charge you full interest, like the 20-something% usually, on any sort of balance you have, regardless of whether you pay your minimum balance or not. Right?
Yes.
Minimum balance only just means that they will continue to allow you to use the credit card, right?
Yes.
And yeah, like if you're thinking about from an investment perspective, people are super happy to get 7%, right? Like that's considered really good, right? So why is it that you're happy with 7% to make 7%, but you're okay paying 20% for credit, right? What are your thoughts about that?
I don't own a credit card, and I don't encourage people to have a credit card, and this is my case. All right, so I totally agree with you when you talk about like paying minimal, that's going to kill you. So before I started doing a podcast, I actually went around to interview some of my friends, and I asked them, hey, is there some financial challenge that you face? And maybe like 6 in 10, everyone has this credit card thing that they don't talk about, right? So it's a silent debt killer. It's always there. Every month people pay and pay and pay, but they don't talk about it. They don't tell other people, that they're going through this. And yeah, it's a silent killer, right? Financially, right? So I don't own a credit card, and this is my case for you. So I believe that if you think about the business of credit cards, right? It's essentially they are in the business of getting you to spend, in the business of getting you to buy more and purchase more, right? So there is a reason why when you go in the shopping malls and you go around, the credit card people are always giving you free luggage. They're always getting you free this, free that, and trying to get you to sign that card into your wallet, right? So it's the same. It's like time before apps exist, right? These days, people find ways to get you to download the apps, right? Credit cards, they find ways to have to put that card into your wallet. And once that card goes into your wallet, there's a spending propensity. You become more inclined to spend, right? At least that is the kind of experience I had when I first got my debit card. When I was a student, you pay cash, and then suddenly I got a debit card. Somehow the money just flows a lot faster. And when I ask a lot of people, I think a lot of people share this experience is when you spend with credit, you tend not to feel it as much, right? So I think the business of credit card, it's quite, it's very unhealthy for most of us. So I personally recommend people not to have a credit card, at least not when you first started working. If you cannot manage cash, forget that you can manage credit, right? Go and manage your cash flow first. Manage your income, manage your expenses, manage all the things that you can manage with cash. Once you're good with that, then we can explore credit, right? And the reality is some people say, but you want to have a good credit score, right? But a lot of people forget that one of the best credit score is how much cash you have, right? If you have 50,000 sitting in the bank, they will not question you about your credit score as much. There is a cash collateral within the bank, right? So
actually, I don't know if that's maybe that's true here in Southeast Asia, but I know
in the States it's a bit different. Yes,
yeah.
They want to know that you are able to pay, and that's why some people will recommend you to use credit card and then be able to pay it off. Right. So what I'm saying is not that you shouldn't get a credit card at all. I'm saying you shouldn't get a credit card from the start, right? When you're just starting to manage your money and manage your expenses, you don't want to meddle with credit. You just meddle with cash first. When you're in a more comfortable position, then you can consider, credit, right? And but from my experiences here, I think it's pretty easy to get your way around when you have cash sitting in the bank. All right, that's kind of how I got my bank card. But yes, that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess just giving my 2 cents about credit scores and all that. So my experience is definitely more from North America. So I don't fully know how credit scores work here, simply because for some reason, like Malaysia requires, I think they require you to make like 5 figures as an expat before they allow you to give you a credit card. And I was just after that, I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Usually they'll be like, oh, you're working, here's a credit card, spend as much as you can, please. But anyway, so just going back to my own experience using credit cards, I think the best ways of doing it, if you were to use one, is only have your put all your like monthly expenses on that, right? So your your phone plan, your broadband, if you can somehow get your like car loan on that. I don't think you typically can't get your rent on that, but just put those types of things on, and then have it automatically pay off every single month. Because there is an option, like you can fill up some. I'm in Canada anyway. You fill out some sort of form, and you can just say, I authorize this credit card to withdraw. It's the full amount needed to pay off every single month, right? And from that perspective, there's never that feeling of like, oh, whether you forget or whether you pay or not, because then you're kind of on the hook to pay every single month. Of course, there's definitely ways for you to screw that up and end up going down a spiral that you should not be going down. But that to me, I think is, if you were to have a credit card, or if you already have one, make sure you do it that way, just so then you never have to worry about paying 20% interest on money that you really could have paid off right away.
Agree. And I think the consensus is you got to pay down the credit card, right? Just make sure you don't hold any credit card debt. If you still hold any credit card debt, I think that's your best investment. Just gonna pay that down first. Don't think about trying to invest for the long term, blah, blah, blah yet. Yeah.
Hey, this is CS from More Money Malaysia. We are a platform dedicated to helping Malaysians like you make smart financial decisions. And the way we do that is through providing you with actionable advice, such as the video you just saw, right? But we're not here just to become your intellectual entertainment. We really do want to see you succeed, because we want to see you live that ultimate life that you've always dreamt of, right? And in order for us to do that, what we've decided to do is we want to help make it easier for you by providing different types of rewards throughout the months. So make sure you check out the description below, click on that link and see what type of reward you might be able to qualify for by taking action right now. And if you have any other questions about any of this, feel free to contact us wherever you find us. Take care.